Warzone is definitely not as popular as it once was. Now, I'm not saying the game is bad, but it's definitely not as popular, and I think there is some things they can do right now to fix the game. Now, if you ask me, Warzone isn't in a horrible spot right now. I do actually enjoy playing this version. The reason is because I'm a fan of the fast movement and all of the grapple mechanics and all of that. I find it fun, but I know a lot of people don't find it fun. But we're not going to be focusing on that today. We're just going to be focusing on... Oh my gosh, this guy's going nutty. He's trying so hard. We're in casuals right now playing Reloaded. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on what they can do to fix the game right now. This isn't for Modern Warfare 4. This is for right now. And the first thing I have on my list is they need to fix the ground loot bad. The guns in the ground loot are super bad. It feels like every time you try to get like an AR or something, it has that 3x scope on it. Half the time when you do open chests, you're getting like snipers and rocket launchers and things like that are useless. And then there's a whole bunch of spam items, like the point turret. There's a bunch of tacticals that just make no sense of why they're in the game. They're just annoying. A lot of people would say the grapples are annoying, but I don't agree with that. I like the grapples. I know it's a hot topic. Personally, I like the grapples, so I think those should stay, but like the point turrets, the dead-eye drones, it is all bad. I hate having those items all the time. The shock charges, just all the spam items. There's been times I've went into a room and there's been like 4 point turrets in one room. It's actually insane. And that brings me to another thing. They need to get rid of streaks and ground loot. Streaks have been a problem for like months now. I don't know what they're doing. They said they reduced it by 80%. That's clearly not true because you still get streak spammed all over the map. Every time you land in and you got like 4 airstrikes dropping on your head. It's actually insane. In my opinion, I don't think streaks should be even in ground loot. If you want to like use a streak, you should have to go to the buy station and buy it. Especially like the dead-eye drone, the airstrikes, the cluster strikes, all of that should be, you have to buy it, kind of like a UAV. Then one thing I do miss in the ground loot is when you open a chest. Do you guys remember in like Modern Warfare 3, I think it was, you were guaranteed 1 plate and like $500, I think it was? They should definitely bring that back. Now, if they did add 1 armor plate and $500 to every chest, I feel like that'd help with the overall economy of the game. I can't tell you how many times I've been trying to buy something and I can't find any money. And I've hit like 7 chests and none of them gave me money. So I think that would kind of help with those situations. I also do feel like it's more difficult to find armor plates than it used to be. That's why I've been running scavenger so much. And then another thing I've noticed is there's no gas masks in the ground loot anymore, which I feel like they should add those back as well. Especially now, because it feels like the gas masks aren't as good as they used to be. They break so fast. Another problem we got with the Season 3 ground loot, or Season 3.5, I should say, is there's so many self-reses. Like, look at this. It's just sitting right here. They said they reduced it in an update, but it doesn't look like it. It still needs to be reduced. There's too many self-reses. Now, this one is kind of nitpicky. It's just kind of a perk I don't like, and it's the perk that drops smoke when you die, or when you get downed, I should say. I feel like that perk should be removed. It's just kind of annoying. It's not really like something like, oh, this is so super broken, and it just makes the game unfair. It's just I find it annoying, so I want it removed. One thing they also added with Rebirth is the new gas infill thing. It happened when the snowy rebirth map came out, but they need to get rid of that as well. I feel like it's happening more and more than it used to. It was supposed to be like an uncommon thing that was gonna happen, but now it feels like almost every game that I load into that's rebirth, that gas infill thing where you can't go to like 3 areas on the map happens almost every game. It's getting kind of annoying. Their reasoning behind that was actually, we want you to explore the map. Like, buddy, we've been playing this map for 7 years. We don't need to explore. We know every part of this map. We're not going to discover something new or some, like, insane new landing spot. We've been playing for 7 years. Just let us land where we want to land. Now, this next point, I would say, is probably one of the bigger reasons people stop playing Warzone, and that is the squad sizes in this game. For some reason, they can't just add all squad sizes. They refuse. When you boot up Warzone, you should be able to play solos, duos, trios, and quads all the time, no matter what. Those playlists should always be available, and they should never leave. But for some reason, they just don't have duos. They don't have trios and Resurgence. Now, I'm assuming the reason they're doing this is because there's too many playlists and there's just not enough people playing the game. But I believe at some point in Modern Warfare 3, we had like all the playlists most of the time. I think it was Modern Warfare 3 where we actually did have all of the playlists. Another great thing Modern Warfare 3 did have was the map like selection. Instead of having map rotation, the maps would actually like go from like Rebirth on quads and trios was on Haven's Hollow, or not Haven's Hollow, on Fortune's Keep. They should do that with this game. So 1 week Haven's Hollow will be on trios and Rebirth will be on quads, and then it'll flip-flop every week. They should definitely bring that back. I think people are so sick of having map rotation and having to wait for like Rebirth or Haven's Hollow if you wanted to play that. Just let people play what they want to play. I could understand map rotation if you had more than 2 maps, but we literally have 2 maps. And then in this game, there is so many casual playlists. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with this, but I think they should reduce the amount of casuals. Now, I'm not saying get rid of it. I do like playing casuals from time to time. I'm not saying get rid of it. I know a lot of people love playing casuals, but there's just way too many modes. There shouldn't be like 4 different casual playlists. It should be quads on Rebirth and quads on Big Map, and that's it. Like this mode that we're playing right now is a casual playlist. It's called Loaded Resurgence Casuals. That should not be a thing. It should be just normal Loaded Resurgence. Keep the LTMs to normal playlists and bring back the like LTMs that happened every weekend. I could have swore they said they were going to do that for the entire year, but they have not stuck to that at all. And then this casual Loaded Resurgence has been in the game for like a week and a half or something crazy like that, and it still hasn't come to a normal playlist. And then for ranked, I think ranked should only be on Haven's Hollow. I think Resurgence or Rebirth Island is probably the worst ranked map I've ever played. They just need to keep ranked on Haven's Hollow or bring in Fortune's Keep for ranked. The regain on Rebirth is like near impossible. You just get beamed out of the sky. So just keep ranked on Haven's Hollow. And then one thing I think that's been missing from Warzone is like big events. You guys remember like back in the day in Warzone 1, we used to have big events that would happen. For example, like maybe the King Kong vs. Godzilla, or like the reveal of Vanguard. Everybody was like running along that train trying to blow it up and stop it before it reached a certain point. Things like that. There's like no story in Warzone anymore. You don't even really know what's going on. I'm not saying I'm like super in tune with like the story of Warzone, but I feel like they should bring something like that back to keep people interested. Have like little Easter eggs that tell a story of what's going on the island. And no, not that island. Another example is like that pawn takes pawn thing leading up to the next Call of Duty. That was kind of cool too, and there was like hints within Warzone. Something like that. Bring back the story in Warzone. I think people will connect with the game a lot more that way. Throughout this, I've been talking about Fortune's Keep, and they said they were going to bring it back at some point. They said it before the game even came out for Black Ops 7 and the new Warzone update. They said Fortune's Keep was coming. Now, they said it was coming sometime in spring, so I'm assuming it's going to come with Season 4, but they need to add that too. Now, I don't know how they're going to add it, but I have a hot take here. I feel like they should get rid of Rebirth Island and replace it with Fortune's Keep if they don't add it with the map rotation. If they're just going to stick to 2 maps, I feel like they should get rid of Rebirth Island versus Haven's Hollow. I'm just sick of playing Rebirth Island because we've been playing it for 7 years. I know a lot of people would hate that. It'd probably kill the game, to be honest, but man, am I sick of Rebirth Island. I mean, Rebirth Island is a legendary map, but is it year 7 legendary? One thing that's also plagued this game from the start is the servers. We need to get on better servers already. I thought it was going to happen with Microsoft, but apparently the servers are just bad all around. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's a net code issue, but it feels like the servers are just always laggy. You're dying when you're around corners. The desync is like insane. I think the servers are like 24 hertz. I feel like they should bump that up to 60 hertz, or at least have like dynamic servers. I think Apex does that, whereas like the zone gets smaller, the tick rate goes up. I'm not entirely sure if Warzone does that, but if they don't, they need to. I think that'll make the game feel a little more consistent. And speaking of consistency, another thing I want to see is an increased TTK, because it feels like you get fried in this game now. The TTK is almost equivalent to multiplayer. It's so fast. Now we know why they have the TTK so fast. It's because they're trying to keep the game casual, which I can get to a certain extent, but man, this TTK is just lightning fast. You almost have no chance at some points. I feel like the perfect TTK was Warzone 3. If they could go back to that TTK, I feel like the game would be way more fun. And then when Season 3.5 came out, I swear they did something to the audio. The audio is just not as good as it was before it. Now, I'm not saying the audio was just amazing, but it was way better than what we have now. Like this update, you can be sitting right next to a zip line and somebody could zip up and you won't hear a single thing. It'll be silent. So they need to fix the audio. And then these last 2 things are kind of nitpicky, but they are just so annoying to me. Now, if you guys ever try to leave a match, I'm going to give an example right here. Say I want to leave this match. If I go to leave match, you see that gray loading bar? They need to get rid of that. Just let me leave the match. I don't know why they added that. It's the most annoying thing ever, especially if you're on like a crap game and you're just annoyed and you want to leave. The game forces you to stay for some reason. I don't know if they added it because people were leaving the game on accident, or they're sick and tired of people like backing out of games. I don't know what it is. It makes no sense to me. But if they're trying to keep people in games, I feel like they wouldn't add quit to desktop right here, right above leave match, because you can quit to your desktop almost immediately, but they don't let you leave the match. And then the last thing that I find really annoying at the end of the game is that little end circle thing, or operator showcase, or whatever it is, where you have to like look at everybody's operator. It takes forever to load into that. You can't skip it. It's the most useless waste of time ever. I don't know why that is still a thing. They got it in like Black Ops 6 and it hasn't left for Black Ops 7. I'm hoping with Modern Warfare that leaves. I hope that was just a Treyarch thing. It's in their multiplayer too, and it is just so unnecessary. Nobody cares what operator you're wearing. Just go to the scoreboard and that's it. I don't want to see people do their little dancey things. Nobody cares about that. Just let us exit the game. It's like these things were implemented to artificially inflate playtime or something. They serve no purpose. Right, I think we should kind of lock in here and see if we can actually get a win. We haven't won a single game yet. I hear somebody over here. Let's go up top on this building. I think the zone just like rotates until everybody's dead. I don't think it actually collapses, does it? Might die here. No, he's one-y teammate. Get him. Nice. Easy dub. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.